Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Giants going up against the Buccaneers.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second down to the offense needing 5 yards. They're going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. Shift together here from the D-line. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And his first look is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll drop to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight is right. Now let's go. Four down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So that is now 2 fumble returns. Touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And he'll bang that one through. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hoffman. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Second down now after the incompletion.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Set. 3-19.
They'll drop to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. That one goes for 24 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Strong right. Ready. White.
First down, Winston.
Here we go.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Strong right. Ready.
Play fake. Winston. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Tight right. Ready. Easy.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a second and 11.
Watch the curl. Ready.
Winston now. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Easy. Watch the edge. Ready.
Winston now from the 50. Airing this one out for Evans. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Meanwhile, taking a look at what's going on in KC. The Broncos, they've taken an early lead against the Chiefs. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. New York set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Two times. Hey, now
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Under a minute to go, clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
No, check. Patriot! Now let's go! Watch you now, Barney!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Single. Got a single in the slot. All right, here we go. Hey, watch 11.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap, came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
I got 11. All right, here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there of 22. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Now let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Man left. Set. 3-19. Farm down. Stand up in.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third and a few inches. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hoffman. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. This is more where I came from.
What's tight?
Over! Back line it up, Philly. Here we go now.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
I got 11.
They'll look to throw here. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. It's their quarterback with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this one through the uprights and good. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
You got 3 down.
A first down throw for Winston. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one goes for 24 yards.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Jameis now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Buccaneers have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Ready. Check. 93 is the mic. 93 is the mic.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Let's go now. White 25. White 50. White 50.
Now Jameis on second down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Watch 80. Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls. Let's go now. Single. White 50. White 50.
Here's Winston. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Strong right. Ready. Blue 80. Sonic. 5 down.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's second and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. All right, here we go. I got 11. No. He's mine. Over. Leopard. Detroit. Here we go. Detroit. Green 39. Check. Leopard.
Johnson running right. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out.
That's it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Double tight. Double tight.
Now back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here we go now. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap, loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They're going to look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Tight end left, tight end left. Ready. Alert, blue ready. Easy.
Off the play fake, Winston. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready.
From the gun, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game, all right, in baseball. I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down. Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at Detroit. All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we will toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Double tight, double tight. Ready? Wait. We got three, fellas. We got three. Easy. Slam.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Yeah, baby.
Second down following the run.
Watch tight end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. All right, here we go.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No, check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Johnson on the counter.
39.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
Double tight.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Past the 20. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hurry up. Here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Ready.
In motion right is Evans.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Here we go. Watch 7.
Following the interception, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Strong right. Over. Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit. Now let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Elsewhere at Arrowhead, they're in the 3rd quarter. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Hurry up. Here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun. Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he showcases the spin, a pretty good gain before he's taken down. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Back now in Tampa. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. David Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they go with a pass there on the two-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their two-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have two-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Ready.
On second down, Winston again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Flip it. Watch the sling.
To throw, Winston. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Ready. Blue 80. Easy. Switch gears. Let's go now. Flip it. Blue 80.
A first down throw for Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Second down, Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Man left. Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with second and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, here we go.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hoffman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They give to Johnson going right. Strong running at the 30. David Johnson on his way. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. 38 yards on the scamper there.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Back to throw. Steps away. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's their quarterback. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And tough starting field position here.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Ready. Blue 80.
Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know you feel that.
2nd down now after the pass completion.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Ready.
Here's Winston. Evans has it left side. And they're going to have this one up near the 30-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Winston to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now, how about that? Rattled by a big play on the previous snap, they bounce back, and that's exactly what they needed defensively, getting a big play of their own.
Fields right. Fields right. Here we go. Ready. Blue 80. My 50. Safety creep.
Now Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. Third and long for Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. And to give this time to the tailback. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. No. Hey, 4 down. Now
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down, 9 yards to go.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Now back to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Over. Here we go now.
On third down, Johnson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now let's go.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Wide to the right. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their second on the young season. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Flushed out right, and he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Right there. All day, baby.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch 84. Watch 84. He's going.
All right, here we go.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Well done by the defense. They did their job here in overtime.
Boy, did they ever, because now it's 4th and really long. So if you do decide to go for it, people think you might be a little bit on the nut side, don't they? But guess what? If I did decide to go for it, I'd call something deep. I'd throw a deep pass and hope that the defense didn't remember to just knock it down. If they intercept it, it's almost like a great punt and helps out your defense with field position.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Got double tight. Double tight. Let's go now. Move ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. The Bucs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. Move ready.
What can Winston do in the OT now? And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 42. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Leopard!
Tighten up.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff. Johnson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Screenplay, Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
All right, now. Everyone's got four down. Green, 39.
Looking to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. That one goes for 24 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long.
Single. No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and we will play on here in overtime. So it's his second missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. First down, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Dodges him at the 50. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. Well, we had 2 ties last season in 2016, and now we've got another here.
They're part of the game, but I can sound philosophical here and say, well, what can you do? But neither team happy, right? No one wants to walk away from here with a tie, but I guess it's better than walking away with a loss, right?
Yeah, I guess that's the bright side for both teams, but nobody walking away a victor. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Tampa.